Aaron Whitlow.
I don't know what's going on, but I am Brandon Spivey.
We are the Markout Movie Podcast. What I was trying to do is do the little intro thing, but it would not play for me. So
Uh,
that's faring well so far. Welcome to the Markout Movie Podcasters. On today's episode, we will be discussing Doctor Strange 2016. But before that, we'll talk about real briefly. I want us to discuss remembering Ray Liotta, because Ray Liotta passed away this week in
yeah,
the Dominican Republic, I believe. He's
that's,
shooting a movie.
yeah, that's correct.
Um, man, just the guy, man, was one of those actors that I personally enjoyed seeing pop up and stuff. Like
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's. I mean, what can you say about his career? I mean, he was brilliant. I mean, he didn't get overshadowed by other big names. I don't want to mention it because everybody mentions it, but Goodfellas is one. Working with Joe Pesci, working with Robert De Niro, he's really the star of the movie. But man, I always go back to Turbulence, and I was looking on it on the Rotten Tomato score on that. It's like 17%. But how crazy he was in that movie, I think that was the very first movie I saw him in. It just, I don't know, he was so alive in that movie. He was so crazy. But like as your buddy David said yesterday, Field of Dreams. Yeah, it's a
yeah.
classic film of his, with Kevin Costner, James Earl Jones, many others. I'm not gonna mention, but he was just a class act. But one of my favorite roles he took was Lieutenant Wozniak. Wozniak. I can't
Was
talk.
he at?
Wozniak. I can't talk, man. I'm getting on a little emotional. From Shades of Blue, like that's probably that is my favorite Jennifer Lopez movie, show, whatever. That's my favorite of hers. And Ray he lifted it up. Man, he was just amazing. I can't talk about
Yeah.
this.
So my my obviously the first time I seen Ray Liotta was in Goodfellas.
Yeah,
That was my introduction to him as an actor. I later uh, obviously saw him in I'm trying to think of what's that one, Identity.
yeah,
He was
yeah.
great in
Cusack,
Identity,
yeah,
which even though the end of Identity ruined it, the movie was in itself was great up until the reveal, which kind of killed the whole movie. But him opposite John Cusack,
yeah,
man, it's just great. Just like Ray Liotta has that just vibe about him. I loved him in obviously we're going to talk about Wild Hogs. Um,
yeah,
he he took a turn in comedy in there. Although he was still pretty straightforward, I would say they really got into his comedic uh, chops in Hubie Halloween, which he was a delight to be in that movie. That movie is a movie that you and I both actually liked, so we didn't
yeah.
hate. So
No, I
yeah,
didn't hate that movie. I liked him in it. I think another one he did was Heartbreakers, but I don't really remember that movie. But I heard some people talking about that one as well, as far as comedy goes. Um, I have to mention Copland. That whole cast was great, but Ray again shined amongst others. He had no one, in my opinion, and I love it. I loved him to death. No one, in my opinion, could ever like outshine him. Like he knew, even going up against De Niro or Harvey Keitel or anybody, he could hold his own, and that's not something you would normally think, but he did, and he did it all throughout his career.
he showed up in an episode of ER. As you know, I binged the whole series
Yeah,
at one point. But he showed up in an episode of ER as a father that was an alcoholic who is dying and is in need of, like, I guess a kidney transplant or something. Like he was like great, like about to die, but everything is from his perspective, like him
Yeah.
being on a gurney, and him analyzing his life, analyzing his decisions, and it was so powerful, so moving, and it's one of the best episodes in ER history. I'm almost getting emotional thinking about it because he made you care about a character that was just in a one-off episode, you know,
Yeah.
and that's just he's a powerful actor, man, and he's going to be missed. I'm sorry to get kind of emotional, but yeah, he just he's a good actor,
He
man.
worked with pretty much everybody. He even worked with Denzel and John Q. I forgot about that movie,
I forgot
but
about John Q.
yeah, that had a great cast. Robert Duvall, James Woods. I mean, it was, and that film doesn't get love. I don't know why. I enjoyed it, but I mean, it's not one of Denzel's best, but I enjoyed it. That cast. I mean, it was just he worked with a lot of people and he shined with everybody. So
Yeah.
he held his own. I hate it though. I hate because it was a surprise.
Yeah, it was something that was, you know, nobody saw. I mean, nobody saw that coming.
No.
And it's just you hate to hear it, man.
Yeah.
You hate to hear that. You know, I know he might have kids. I'm not sure, but you hate
Got a
that for
daughter.
anybody's family. Yeah, you hate that for anybody's family, man, to lose a parent. And I just thoughts and prayers would go out to his family, his child, just his friends, those that knew him.
Yeah,
But thank God that he left us a legacy in cinema,
he
so
did.
that we can always remember him.
Yeah.
One of the best mafia actors. Just even though it was just like one role, but he just like he had
And
a
he said something funny
personality.
about that. He said he's never been in a fight in his life.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's like, but he said it's always fun to play mafia type characters because it's a world I know nothing about, and it's just fun. That's why acting so much fun because you're participating in a world you wouldn't participate in otherwise. So he was always down to earth, and he was real, and
Yeah.
he will be missed. And I love what J-Lo said about him. Like everyone talked him up like he was just this great guy, but she really went like 5 pages on Instagram about him, and it sounded like she really cherished him and their time on Shades of Blue.
And you said it's a good show.
Oh, I think it's amazing. I really do. Like I don't watch too many cop dramas, but that one, it's classic Ray Liotta. It's
Okay.
it really is. He's classic in it.
Well, now we're gonna go ahead and switch gears. Trailer takedown. So there's some trailers that dropped. We're gonna only watch a few of them. I'm gonna start with first. Let me share. All right. Let's see. Share screen and share system audio. You got to mark that so we can talk while it's happening. So here we go. Chrome and bingo bango. All right.
Kids, get your popcorn now. Let me tell you the story of the space Viking, Thor Odinson. He was no ordinary man. He was a god. After saving planet Earth for the 500th time, Thor set off on a new journey. Well, he got in shape. He went from dad bod to god bod. And after all that, he reclaimed his title as the one and only Thor. Oh, spoke too soon. Jane? The old ex-girlfriend.
What's it been like 3, 4 years?
8 years, 7 months, and 6 days, give or take.
Am I sensing feelings?
Well, you're right. The only ones who gods care about is themselves. So this is my vow.
All gods will die. I just want to say that was very, very impressive what you did back there.
He's just my first bad guy.
You never forget your first. You are not like the other gods of kill. You have something worth fighting for.
Let's see who you are. I take off your disguise. And flick.
Oh, you flipped too hard, damn it!
We help him. Yeah, eventually. Great.
So, Brandon,
Yes, sir.
what do you think of Thor, God and Thunder?
I think it looks.
Love and Thunder.
I think it looks a lot. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I forgot that Russell Crowe was a part of this movie. So seeing him, I was like, oh, he is part of this movie, and I was like, I can't wait to see him. Christian Bale, I think, looks great. I know there's some controversy with his character and how he looked like another character. I don't know anything about that, but I've heard the controversy. I think he looks great. I think he's going to. This is his first comic book character since Batman, I do believe. So I think he's going to nail his performance.
Christian Bale is known for like going all in all his characters, and so I assume he's just gonna like kill the role.
Yeah,
and he looked creepy. So yeah,
I'm glad they didn't show much of him because you shouldn't show too much of your villain. Let the if you first I can't speak today, man. I don't know what's wrong with me. But you let your viewing experience take it all in, and I don't know what's wrong with me today. But yeah, I thought it was a good trailer though.
Well, I'm glad, but
what do you think?
Oh man, I thought it was absolutely great. I'm excited for that film. Thank you, Genevieve Anderson, for liking our Facebook feed. I do appreciate it. But yeah, so I'm absolutely looking forward to it. I think that it's going to be a great movie. It's going to be one of my favorite, well, it's one of my most anticipated films coming out soon. So
he seems to be getting better and better as more he plays the role of Thor. Mm-hmm. Like we both agreed to the first two. First one was decent film. The sequel. The sequel. I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on. The sequel wasn't as good, but we all agree Thor Ragnarok is when he really came alive as the character.
Yeah.
And this looks like it's going to be more of the same. So I can't wait for it, actually.
All right. Well, let's look at one more trailer. This one I haven't seen. Brandon has seen. It's going to be Brandon's going to fanboy up for this one. So let's share the audio.
I don't know which one it is.
Going. Let's see. Here we go. And one day. There we go.
Yes! Already.
There's a story.
First time seeing it, Brandon.
Of a child destined to be an empress. And the unlikely hero who would protect her.
There is a balance between all things. Light and shadow. Good and evil. When that balance is upset, the universe corrects.
Oh, wow.
The world needs you again. It needs your magic.
Into the unknown. That's where we must go.
Okay. Let's go.
I literally was smiling the entire time.
Wow. It took me back to like my childhood watching
I
Willow.
know, right?
I miss Val, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be great if we can see him somehow. But yeah, it just was great. It's just like, and then I seen like there's the other little character, the little young, small actor.
Are you talking about the
Uh,
small ones or are you talking about the
yeah,
brownies?
I'm talking about the small ones. The
Okay.
one that like he was big in the '80s as well, right there with Warwick Davis. He's and I seen him in the trailer, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh wow, and I thought, man, I hadn't seen him literally since like stuff in the '80s, and it was
Yeah.
really good to see they still living, they still working. It's just like it excited me because I'm like, oh, like the movie I think about this guy that I'm talking about was in Trolls, in the movie Trolls. He was like he lived in the house, and he kind of helped the characters fight off the bad trolls. But yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I'm excited for this movie, man.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, how could you not be excited for the return of the greatest sorcerer that ever lived, Willow? Come on, man.
Well, Willow was the baby though, right?
No,
Willow was the name of the
Willow's
baby.
Ward Davis.
Is
Oh
he
my god.
Willow?
Oh
Oh,
my
see,
god.
this whole time from my childhood, I always thought that Willow was the baby.
The baby is a girl. It's not named Willow.
That'd be a cute name for a little girl.
No.
Willow.
Don't ruin it.
Are you sure, Brandon?
I'm positive on this, okay?
Yeah, I don't know, buddy.
Oh my god. If you're watching, could you please tell him that Willow is Warwick Davis and not the baby girl? Because obviously he doesn't believe me. This is my favorite fantasy film of all time, but he doesn't
Yeah,
believe
right.
me.
He's right. He's right.
I know I'm right.
My bad, Brandon. But yeah, so on the scale of 1 to 10, you are at
10.
a 10 for this
10.
film. On Disney Plus, see, Disney Plus is coming out with some really great things, so I think it's pretty exciting.
Yeah. I feel like it's for Disney Plus. I truly believe this now, seeing everything that's coming. It's truly for the people that grew up with Disney in the 80s or, that era, because everything is coming, it's comic book related or it's Star Wars, Willow, even the Mighty Ducks. I mean,
we're about to, and that's going to bridge us into what we watched because you watched it and I watched it. Chippendales Rescue Rangers, which is on Disney Plus, so it's a good segue. And it like you're saying, it's a movie that was that's made for us, made for people that I consider it the Roger Rabbit for our time frame. And I say that because I know Roger Rabbit came out technically when we were kids, but Roger Rabbit, the cartoons that they referenced was older people's cartoons, like our parents' cartoons characters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the Bugs and Bugs Bunny, Daffy, all of them. So it's more of what my parents grew up with. Although we watched it too, but we're seeing it from their view. Man, these cartoons that's in this movie is stuff that we grew up with. Like freaking, I don't know. The coolest character, the coolest cameo is got to be Ugly Sonic. But but I marked out when I seen He-Man. I was like,
Skeletor.
Yeah, Skeletor. I marked out. I marked out so many times in this movie. What'd you think?
No, I agree with your assessment that it is Roger Rabbit for today. Who Framed Roger Rabbit for today. It was cool seeing him in this movie as well. Got to throw that out there because if you're going to be like Roger Rabbit, you've got to have him in it. Just a little cameo there, but I liked it. I liked the cameos, but what I liked more was actual Chip and Dale. Like it didn't feel like a gimmick. Just have all these cameos like Space Jam did.
Thank you. Somebody had to
it
say
actually had a compelling story. and that makes it 10 times better than Space Jam: A New Legacy, in my opinion. Even Dawson said it was better. So, and he liked the New Legacy, but I thought it was great. I really did. I really had a good time with it. I really did.
Yeah, I thought Chip and Dale had great chemistry, and it's crazy because I didn't really watch a lot of Chip and Dale. I watched them, but I was more into like Darkwing Duck, uh, Ducktales,
Yeah.
Tailspin. I was into those more than Chip and Dale. But it's kind of cool. It's cool to see them, um, and see the jokes and the gags or whatnot. Um, I'm trying to think of something that happened in it that I thought was really cool. With Peter Pan,
Yeah.
just like, and I love the stuff with Seth Rogen. I'm not a huge Seth Rogen fan, but that little bit of all his characters that he voiced kind of showing up in this movie. Disney had the man. How much money did they have to shell out to get?
I don't. You know what? And this is surprising that they put it on Disney Plus, not give it a theatrical run. I was surprised because when I heard it was going to Disney Plus, I was like, well, this probably isn't going to be good then. You're just going to put it on Disney Plus. But, I guess it's going to work out for them because a lot of people have talked about it. But I don't know how much money they shelled out. It looks and it feels like a legit movie, so I don't know. I mean, I was very surprised that they put this on streaming.
Yeah. So, and I'm just going to give it a 5, mark out at 5. That's why I thought about it. I enjoyed it. I watched it like twice, and just because I really just enjoyed it.
If you don't know Aaron, he doesn't usually watch the movie more than once. Like
Brandon knows me.
He don't like to go back and revisit unless he really likes it. I learned this when we started doing this podcast.
Yes, you did. What's your marks for it?
I'll give it 4 out of 5.
Okay.
I thought it was really good though. And,
Still respectful.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna give it a perfect score, but it left me wanting more. Like, I really want a sequel from this. I really do. I think it deserves one, or give us a new adaptation like this, not the one you gave us.
I love the end credit scene of Darkwing Duck saying Darkwing, Darkwing, because that's what we want. We want to see Darkwing Duck. I want to see Darkwing Duck. I can say, but me, other things I've watched, I haven't really watched. I think last week I mentioned Alice. I watched that movie Alice, which was but I hadn't watched any. I don't think I've watched anything since that. I don't think I've watched anything.
Wow.
What have you watched? I'm gonna. I'll think while you're telling.
I finished the Sharknadoes, which is on Anchor, Spotify, whatever else we have. Those reviews are up there. I was after watching the Elvis trailer, the second trailer, it got me in a mood for biopics, musical biopics. So I watched Walk the Line with I'm forgetting his name.
Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash. I'm telling you, something's wrong with me today. I loved it more than I ever have. I don't know if it's just because I'm in a mood for musical biopics or what, but I was looking for streaming. I wanted to rewatch the Queen biopic, and I can't think of the names. Rocket Man. But I'm not gonna get to because I'm starting my Elvis-a-thon tonight, so I'm excited about that. But I also watched The Northman yesterday, and I didn't know how I was gonna feel about it because I enjoyed The Witch, but I didn't like it like
the same director.
Yeah,
same director.
Okay. Same director. I really enjoyed The Lighthouse, and I know you didn't like it as much as I did. So I was like, I don't know what's going to happen, but I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the story. It's a messed up Viking tale. I will say that. It's just completely bonkers when they get in that mythology of the Vikings back in that day. I was like, what they do, and oh my God. It's more than revenge. I will say that, but it's very brutal,
I would say this about A24 as a studio. They have some. They are so eclectic. I think is the word. Where like they have a combination of different things, and it's just. But they are not afraid of putting some stuff out there that may be weird or taboo, and to see if it works. Like everything everywhere all at once works.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you said, Lighthouse. I think it's A24. It's A24 as well, right?
I want to say so, but I'm not 100% sure.
But I know so which is I think which was too. Yeah, I think which was. Um,
Now
but
they feel like
A20.
A24 property.
Yeah, like in the movie that came out a couple years ago that felt like A24, but I don't think it was Night House or whatever that Dark House or whatever, the one with the lady whose husband died, and
Yeah.
you know
Night
it
House.
felt
Yeah.
it felt like a A24 film, but
Yeah.
yeah,
But
and they got man out in theaters as
men.
well right now. Men,
Yeah.
yeah, so they kind of out there, man. They're doing their thing.
Yeah, I would say most of it's been successful. I don't know about men, but I think most of it has been. Northman was really good though. As this director, I've only seen 3 films of his. I would say it's number 2 on my list. I think it's better than The Witch, but I really love the performances in The Lighthouse, especially William Dafoe. He knocks it out of the park for me, and I didn't feel it was the performances were as good, but the violence, it's crazy.
What do you mean you're not fond of me, lobster? You fond of me, lobster? Yeah, man, yeah, I can't think of anything else that I've watched. I guess if I did watch anything, it's just forgettable. Like literally, I can't think of anything
Are you
that I
going to
watched.
see Mission Impossible?
Yes,
I mean, not
eventually.
Mission Top Gun. What is wrong with me?
I knew what you meant. But since you mentioned Mission, definitely. But Top Gun, I do need to watch the original first before I watch it because I've never seen it. I mean,
Oh,
I still haven't watched it yet.
it's
I might
good. I
watch
mean,
it tonight. I don't know.
it's not my favorite one of them. It's not in my like top 10 Tom Cruise films. I like everyone else is like it's his best or it's up there. For me, it's not, but I
No,
felt it was good.
I like his Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. I think
Yeah.
that's my favorite. Uh, well, what is it? Yeah. What's the one with Henry Cavill?
Hang on. It was the last one. Fallout, I believe.
Fallout. Yeah, I like that one the most. But Ghost Protocol was good. Like I'm now a fan of his mission in my stuff. Um, but yeah, I haven't really watched. I'm currently still watching Young Sheldon, getting back into Star Trek, trying to get back into Star Trek Next Generation. It's so grueling to do
Yeah.
so. But yes, Young Sheldon, I'm absolutely a fan of. I like it more than Big Bang Theory. So I think it's an excellent show.
It's probably fighting words with Big Bang Theory theories. I don't
Hell.
know what's going on here. I don't know.
Well, let's go ahead and move on to
Doctor
the
Strange.
Doctor Strange because this is a strange podcast nonetheless. Uh, Doctor Strange, 2016. I'm
Doctor
trying to pull
Strange.
it up on. Huh? What'd you say?
You got it up here. It says Doctor Stranger.
Do I have it like it?
Dude,
It's hilarious. All right,
he
let's go
probably
ahead.
had Stranger Things on his mind.
I have, although you know what, I didn't watch. I think there's a trailer for Stranger Things as well. I have not watched. Oh,
Oh,
I didn't watch. I didn't watch the trailer for The Boys. I do have. They sent me the season 3 of The Boys, and I was gonna go ahead and watch it, but I think I'd rather just go back and watch all the series again leading up to season 3, because I really absolutely enjoyed that series. But yeah, Doctor
really?
Strange.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say Stranger Things actually dropped yesterday or today.
The new one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I don't know if I'm ready. I
Well,
gotta.
except
I
for the
gotta.
last 2 episodes, they're splitting it. The last two
weird.
episodes is like 3 hours. So I mean, it's
Also, Kenobi dropped. Kenobi dropped as well.
Yeah, I was
Although a friend of mine, Christian rapper, rapper, he raps. But yeah, he raps. He's a good rapper. Von Fraser. Also, he has different things. You should check him out. Go to his Facebook page. If you want anybody, he edits. He does a lot of stuff. He's a really talented brother. But he hit me up and told me that Kenobi is fire. So, yeah, I plan on watching it. So.
Fire is in good, right? Not like
good,
a fire.
No, yeah, good. I'm trying to bring you into Black Sling, so good. Fire is in. It's great. It's the bomb.
I mean, it can go either way. It can be a dumpster fire. It could be lightning fire.
No.
Boom, explosion.
All right, Doctor Strange.
Yes.
This 2016 movie. All right, this is what IMDb says about it. While on a journey of physical and spiritual healing, a brilliant neurosurgeon is drawn into the world of the mystic arts. That's a pretty good. That's a pretty good summary for the film. Directed by Scott Dickerson, and it is starring Benedict Cumberbatch, who is. After watching Power of the Dog, I'd say that he's a really excellent actor. He won me over in that movie. Chidwell, he's in it as Mordo. I cannot pronounce the guy's name. I'm sorry. Your mom shouldn't have named you that, bro. Rachel McAdams, Dr. Christine Palmer, Benedict Wong as Wong. I didn't realize his real name is Benedict Wong. Let's see, and then Mads Mikkelsen as Casselius, and then Benjamin Bratton. There's a lot of folks.
And martial artist Scott Adkins plays the main henchman.
Yeah, I noticed him. And then also Tilda Swinton is in it as the Ancient One. Let's see, you got the numbers?
I will have the numbers. It's got a 7.5 out of 10 on IMDb, 4.7 out of 5 on Facebook, 85% like it on Google. It's got an 89% on Rotten Tomatoes with an 86% audience score. It is certified fresh.
Why is this certified fresh? All right. Clearly, this is where
Marvel fans.
This is going to go for us. So, all right. Let's dive into this. The first 15 to 20 minutes of this movie is straight boring. In my opinion, it doesn't pick up until, in my opinion, it doesn't pick up until he finally goes into on his journey to find the Ancient One and stuff. That's when it picks up, when she does that stuff to him, Astro projects him, which I thought that was really cool. It's got really cool effects, really cool visual stuff in it, but Doctor Strange is still a pretty weak character in my opinion.
Well, as far as maybe how it starts and all that, it's as far as the magic part of it, that's weak. I thought it was weak when I first saw it. It's lifeless to me. It's just, I think they're counting on visual effects, to keep people satisfied instead of a compelling story. And I actually like Doctor Strange as a doctor. I thought he was compelling. He's very arrogant, but he gets the job done. But once he has the accident, I lose interest in his story.
Really?
I don't know if it's the magic aspect of this movie or what it is. That's me yawning watching this movie. I didn't buy into it. I didn't buy into it in 2016, and I didn't buy into it last night. To me, it is I hate to say it because I'm going to upset some people. It's the worst Marvel movie I've ever seen.
Worse than Dark World.
It's worse than Dark World. At least Loki
Worse?
saves something in that film.
Ooh.
I don't feel anyone saves anything in this. I don't care.
Oh,
and
wow.
I hate that because I want to care because I actually liked him a lot in the sequel, but in this movie I just don't care.
Well, my theory also is that, as we mentioned this before, like when we talked about Multiverse of Madness briefly, but I think that Doctor Strange works better when paired with other big time players in the Marvel universe or somebody else. Like
I agree.
I don't think that by itself he's interesting enough. You know, and I hate to say that, but
It's a
he's not.
shame. It really is because Benedict is an amazing actor.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I just as a whole, it's just for this movie in particular, it just doesn't work for me. Other people apparently it does work for them, so I'm in the minority, I guess. But I wasn't invested in the movie.
Yeah. I know that I really, Brandon, I dreaded watching this movie this week. Like literally, I think I put it off until like finally I was like, if I don't watch it today, I won't watch it. So I'm like, and so I watched it. I think Wednesday. But yeah, it's just I don't know. Like there's there's now I'm not gonna say that there wasn't cool moments and cool things
Yeah. I mean,
in it and cool characters. Wong was an interesting character. Of course, he gets. I like Wong more and more in other things that he comes into. Actually like Wong more than I like Doctor Strange. So
I think Doctor Strange, as far as the mythical characters we're talking about, he's the worst one of all of them. I mean, like Tilda did. She was more compelling. I can't think of his name. The guy that he says turned on him.
Mordo.
Yeah, he didn't really turn on him. He just a lot got revealed to him. And he didn't want to keep going in that direction. He's probably the most compelling for me, and it's kind of why I was disappointed with the sequel because I thought we were going to get more of his story. He was going to be like a villain, but that
we
didn't
gotta
happen.
talk about that. We gotta talk about that too. Like with the end credit scene for this movie, it sets it up like he's gonna be the big bad coming up.
Yeah.
In Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, but it's not even the same Mordo.
Yeah.
So it's just like it's waste. It's the waste of a end credit scene.
You know? Yeah, really, it is. I mean, and it doesn't look like he's going to be in the next one, or at least as a main villain, he might show up in it. But with how that end credit scene happened in the Multitude of Madness, but
Multitude of Madness,
whatever. I'm just, I think it's Doctor Strange. I think that's what's got me out of the loop. Just, I'm not a fan. I mean,
I want to say, go ahead and finish your thought. I'm sorry.
What I did really like, I can say one scene I was into was the hospital scene when he's landing on the gurney, right? And she's trying to save him, and he's fighting Scott Adkins, like in his spirit form or whatever. And I like that. That was cool. I like that. That was cool to see.
So this guy, Scott Adkins, I guess I'm not too familiar with him. I see he's in Expendables too.
Yeah,
he do more stunt work. Is that what it is?
No, he's actually Van Damme's main henchman in that. He fights Statham at the end.
So I'm saying, is he more of a stunt actor, or is he like?
No, he does martial art films.
Okay.
He's basically what Van Damme is today, straight to video, straight to streaming, I should say. He just doesn't have. He's an excellent fighter. He just doesn't have the acting chops.
Right.
So I mean, that's what limits him. And it was huge that he got this role, and I was excited for it. But I've seen him in multiple Van Damme films, so that's how I really knew him. Then he got Expendables 2, and then of course Doctor Strange. So I was happy to see that. But I thought he did good, for what he had to do in the movie.
Mm-hmm. I do want to mention Mordo, or his real name, Chiwetel Chiwetel Lord for I don't know how to pronounce his last name. But this actor, Chiwetel.
Yeah.
I'm pulling a Brandon because I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. Um, but he was great in 12 Years a Slave. Um, he was excellent in that movie. Uh, uh, he's also in 2012. Um, he actually acts circles around Benedict in this movie, especially like when he gets that emotional, you know,
Yeah.
the emotional moment against him. Not saying anything against Benedict because Benedict, like I said, is an excellent actor. Just not. I don't really dig Doctor Strange as a character. That's just my thing. I just don't dig him.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with all that. Mordu, is that his name?
Mordu in this movie. I'm gonna just call him Mordu because that's easy to say.
I thought, like, I was, as this thing was going on, and towards the end, he saw what she was doing. You know, I actually felt for him. Like he felt he had been deceived all these years, and so I felt more in the direction going with him than I did with Doctor Strange. Because Doctor Strange, to me, I don't know if he really grew as a character in this movie. Um, I mean, he ultimately did what was right, but he's still very arrogant,
Yeah.
you know. And I don't know. I just cared more for Mordu. It's bad to say since it's not his movie, but I cared about his character more.
I want to ask you about the astral world, or astral plane, or also tie that into lucid dreaming and astral projection. Uh,
Yeah.
um, I remember as a kid, I was always told that if you can dream or do something, there's a trick to do something to like go out of your body before like your spirit,
Yeah.
astral plane goes out and you can kind of see. I've had dreams where obviously I can fly. I have dreams where I'm flying over uh, Bowling Green or whatever. Like literally, I have dreams like that.
Keith in Bowling Green, I tell you.
Yeah, yeah.
He could have said anything else, or he could have dreamed anything else, but he's got to stay in Bowling Green.
Yeah, I don't leave Bowling Green, not even in my dreams, bro. But but no,
Wow.
but yeah, I've had dreams where I can I've had dreams where I'm able to know that I'm dreaming. Um, and this movie reminds me of a little bit of Inception in the sense of like the way that the mirror dimension,
Oh yeah,
the
that
way
got
that
me a lot of Inception vibes.
uh, but it's not as good as Inception. Inception's a better movie. Um, Inception's a better movie. Yeah.
I don't have an
Yeah.
opinion on that because I didn't
Never
like
seen it?
either one.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't. I actually think fell asleep or I was falling asleep during Inception.
oh.
Like, hey, a
You
movie
about to
about
be
dreams
incepted.
makes me dreams.
Oh, that's crazy. Well, you got some fanboys that's probably gonna rip you a new one because you like talking about you fell asleep in a Nolan film. But honestly, I fell asleep in the Avatar. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that one was a hard watch as well. But if I would have watched Tenet in theaters, I definitely would have fell asleep.
Oh, Tenet.
Yeah,
Tenet was trash.
I
But
think
anyway,
Nolan's a little overrated. But
yeah, I
he's got
agree.
his diehard fans, and I asked myself, does he really have diehard fans because he's such a good director, or is it because he directed the Batman trilogy?
It's probably the Batman trilogy. Although Memento was fun.
Yeah, I
But
like him, but
but yeah,
you take away, in my opinion, you take away the Dark Knight. Does he really have that many fans?
that's true. That's
You know,
true.
I'm just being honest. I mean, I don't. I think it's more to do with Batman that he directed that trilogy, or the Dark Knight. I think it's more Dark Knight than that whole trilogy. But
Yeah. This movie is just not interesting. Honestly, it's just I think so. This is my first time seeing this movie since
I think it's mine as well.
2016. I seen it in theater in Lexington. They had like reclining chairs, and they gave me there's food.
To see.
Well, we was up there for something else, and we was like, let's go to the movies. And so we went to see it in like a movie tavern, I think is what it's called. And they have reclining chairs, and they give you real like you can order real food. I think I ordered wings,
Real food.
fries. Yeah, not just popcorn and Nate's hot dogs, but real food.
Dogs is
I
good.
wish I wish Bowling Green, and I know it's a sidetrack. I wish Bowling Green had a theater like that, but we don't because honestly, Regal's the only theater in town. There's no competition now. If somebody moved in here with a new theater, then definitely I think that they would have to step their game up and change some things. But the only one that I can think of that would be competition would be AMC. If the AMC moved here, that's the only thing I can think of. So.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that would be the only competition because what was it like? Cinema?
Plaza 6, Carmike Cinema.
Right. Yeah, that was the only one. Other one I remember. No, there was another one when I was really little. Like it was like a mall almost.
Martin Twin. That was Carmike as well.
Oh, was
Martin
it?
Twin. Yeah.
That's where I saw I Still Know What You Did Last Summer.
Wow. Was that a dollar movie at that time?
Yeah.
Okay. I seen was it Friday? I seen Friday there, and I was like young, so Friday came out like 93, something like that, 92. But me and my friend, his cousin snuck us into the movie to see Friday. It came out in 95. I was 15, so obviously wasn't old enough to see a rated R movie, and so he snuck us into the movies to see Friday. But yeah. Or maybe it's Boys in the like. There's a couple movies that we got snuck in to see, but yeah, it's not. Have you noticed that everything else we're talking about is more interesting than Doctor Strange?
I have noticed it.
But yeah,
but I mean, we can talk about Mads, I guess. The villainous character he played.
Yeah, what'd you think about him?
I don't know what it is about him, but all I see is Hannibal Lecter dressed up.
He is Hannibal Lecter, isn't he?
Yeah, that's all I see now. I saw it in the Fantastic Beast movie. It was Hannibal Lecter playing with magic. That's all I could see. In this movie, it's the same thing. I see Hannibal.
I never seen Hannibal Lecter. Let's see. I'm trying to see what else. Like he looks familiar. Every time I see him, he plays like a villain. Like I've never seen him play like a good character. But yeah, I thought he did pretty good. He's a zealot in this movie.
Yeah.
He was all about trying to get Mamamoo, whatever the guy's name is, trying to help him bring I don't know what it's just, but I thought he did well. Yeah, just like little things, like Tilda did an excellent job in it, and and the movie died for me when she died, actually a little bit, because I liked her character and I thought it was a bad choice to get rid of her.
Yeah,
and yeah, just don't. This movie's terrible.
Terrible.
You want to give your marks? You rate it? I mean, it's not terrible. There's some things that's good, but it's not like my mark for this movie.
Well, before we go there, we should at least talk about the relationship between Rachel McAdams and Benedict Cumberbatch, or Cumberbatch, whatever his last name is. I mean, she's in the sequel. She matters. So
she matters.
We haven't talked about her at all. What did you think of their relationship?
She's good. She's all right. I like her. I mean, I don't believe it. It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
I don't know. No, it's not unbelievable. It's just that I don't know. Like I was over this movie.
You was over this movie.
Like I was over. Like what you thought about
I mean,
it?
This is the part where I was still interested. Even when he had his accident, I was still interested in their story. he felt like he just pushed her away when she was just trying to help. And I guess I relate to that because that's kind of how I am sometimes. I push people away when they're just trying to help me. But maybe that's why I relate to it or liked that aspect. But I like that you can tell she really cares for him. And he's so stubborn and arrogant, and it just, I like their story though. So, I thought maybe they would kind of get back together by the end, but obviously we know what happens in a sequel. That's not going to happen. So I like their story though. And I thought she was good in the role.
Yeah, I think she was good in the role. I think that I was trying to see what's coming up next for us, but yeah,
On
I
the
think
podcast?
that yeah.
That'd be Thor.
Oh,
Ragnarok.
yes. Ragnarok, my
Yeah.
favorite. Okay. Well, one of my favorites. My favorite Thor movie for sure. But it's up there. Like Thor Ragnarok is like, I say Guardians of the Galaxy is my number one, and then Thor Ragnarok is my number two of the Marvel movies. Just I love the personality with both all those characters. But anyway, yeah, I thought she was pretty. She was decent with him. But I think that I don't know. I think that things didn't really flow naturally in this movie to me. It's like a disconnect,
Yeah.
with it with
I
him.
agree.
He got his powers really quick, like he's learning, but he's never really nothing really changed with him. Even at the
No, that's
end,
why I feel like he didn't grow as a character because it just came easy. Like he beat Mad's character that had been doing this for a very long time, and he basically got beat by a rookie that just picked it up, And I just don't find it to be believable. I think that's one of my problems with it. It's just it happened. I said this when I first watched it. Everything just happened too fast. There was no character development with his character. Which is he's great. He's powerful. He's a great wizard or whatever. He's untouchable. He's amazing.
yeah,
But
I
no,
did
it
see
it just happened so quick.
I do
They
see
didn't
that
give
the
you,
whistling.
I was just gonna say they didn't give you time to get invested. They didn't take the time. So
I was gonna say I did see now the guy that pops up in Multiverse of Madness,
yeah,
the other doctor. Now I do remember him now. Like he's that forgettable. I honestly forgot that he existed. So
yeah. I feel like unless you watch Doctor Strange right before you go see the new movie, you're not gonna remember him. Like I thought he was one of the doctors in Doctor Strange, but I wasn't for sure. But
yeah. We can go ahead and give our marks.
I know you're
Yeah.
ready, man. You're ready.
Yeah, this movie it's go ahead. I ain't gonna say that term no more because it doesn't mean what I thought it meant. Shoot the dog does not mean what I think it means. It's a sexual innuendo, so I should not say that ever. Anyway.
I don't know what's going on.
The more you know, podcast listeners. Let's see. I give this movie 2 markouts out of 5. Yeah, it's pretty bad. You're right. I actually like Thor: Dark World more, and at least it has more compelling characters than this. But well, dang, everybody, Brandon burped. Did y'all hear that?
I know. I said, excuse me.
Yeah. Wow, it came out better out than in though. But what's your thoughts, bro?
We agree on this. 2 markouts out of 5. It was lifeless to me, and it just, I don't know. Like I said, everything just happened too fast. They didn't give the audience time to be invested. So I'm very surprised by the scores people gave this movie. I kind of question, do they just give them positive reviews because it's a Marvel movie? You just fed. You're so used to Marvel, and you're being fed it, and I don't know. That's a theory, I guess, but I don't know. It didn't do it for me. That's all I can say.
Best heroes, best villains. At this point, for me, it stays the same
Oh
across the
yeah,
board. We still have Caps. We still have Killmonger. Those are the best so far. I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. So for me, I
I
don't
think it
know.
may change in a couple.
Ragnarok might change things because he's pretty heroic. What about yourself?
Oh, it's still Cap and Killmonger, but I think in 3 movies in 3 weeks, my best villain will change.
Yeah, most definitely. I think both of us are as well. But
Um, but I think by the end of this, when we get to the end
mhm.
of where they currently are, I kind of think my best hero may change. May possibly. I think it's going to be really close, but we'll see.
Okay.
But yeah, it's Captain America right now and Killmonger. When you're thinking villains, I mean, there's not a lot of good villains so far.
Mm-mm.
It's just there's just not. I thought Mads did okay. I thought he was fine, but he didn't blow me. I shouldn't have said it like that. He didn't
Pause,
blow me
Brandon.
away. He didn't blow my mind. That's what I mean.
Brandon is wanting Mads to blow him. Okay. We'll make sure we let
We'll
him
get
know
new
that.
subscribers for that one.
Well, yeah, you never know what you're going to hear on the Markout Movie Podcast. Next week, we will be back, God willing, to talk about Thor Ragnarok. And at that point, I plan on seeing, hopefully, I see Top Gun Maverick before then, so we can kind of discuss it. And hopefully, I'm I watch something. I don't know. I'll probably watch another show. So yeah, I'm almost at the end of Sheldon. I'm on season 5. So Young Sheldon. So
I'm on the end of Alf. I'll finish that tonight.
I did want to say this to you because you watched Coach, right? Recently? No, you watched. Did you watch Coach
No.
recently? You watched Major
Major
Dad or
Dad.
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, Coach. You remember
Yeah, I have
Craig
it.
T. Nelson, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think his name. He shows up in Young Sheldon, man. So it's pretty cool seeing him. Uh, yeah, I'll immediately think Poltergeist, but yeah, and then I think Coach, but yeah, Craig T. Nelson. It's cool
Yeah.
seeing him. Ed Bigley Jr. also pops up in that show. It has some good actors that nostalgic actors that I'm like, oh yay, But yeah,
Well, I mean, it is a popular show. I did never, the life of me, never thought a spinoff would be better than the original.
oh,
You know,
absolutely is.
but
It is, but it's yeah. But anyway, that's the podcast for today. Brandon, are you planning on watching anything before we?
I'm gonna try to watch Men and Top Gun Maverick, but that's probably about it.
Next week, Jurassic World Dominion, right? Comes out. Is that next week?
That comes out the 10th of June. A couple more weeks.
Okay.
2 more weeks from today.
Well, I'm excited for that one. So,
But don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you like this episode.
Thank you, Brandon. All right, and share and comment down below. Like, comment on our Facebook page if you watch this afterwards and you want to comment. Comment. Let us know. Suggest things we should watch and stuff. And we will really tally that up and watch it. So yeah, right now we are still deep in MCU. Then after this, we're gonna get into Friday the 13th. And next year, hopefully, we get to return with some more like single episodes, like just straight up movies, and then also interviews. I hope that we can interview some celebs because we didn't do it none this year. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have one lined up, but you just gotta give me the green light when you want to interview the original Michael Myers. Not the original Michael Myers, but Judith from the original Halloween. I don't know why I said Michael Myers.
All right. I'm going to try to see if I can get Linnea Quigley and some more people. But yeah, All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and end this. Thank you for marking out with us here on the Markout Movie Podcast. Enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your Memorial Day. Be safe. Make good decisions. And thoughts and prayers with the families and friends in Texas.
Yes.
So we're not going to forget about that, and we hope that everybody, just stay safe.
Yeah.
Thank you.